Yo, I just got done streaming, and there was something that was brought to my attention while streaming that I reacted to on stream that I kind of got to do a dedicated video on now, because it really took me by surprise. And I'm gonna go on a limb here and assume it's gonna take a lot of you guys by surprise too, because it's something that I didn't expect, and I'm sure a lot of you don't expect. And so let's go ahead and take a look. ArcheAge S was revealed as a true sequel to the 2013 MMO fans loved after Chronicles left them cold. Okay, ArcheAge S, Strait of Freedom. This is different from ArcheAge Chronicles, which was originally ArcheAge 2. So is this going to be ArcheAge 2? Okay, let's see. ArcheAge 1, OG ArcheAge, was a very fun MMO. It had large-scale open-world PvP. It had a lot of very, very fun naval battles. There was like a pirate system. The world itself was enormous and open and fun to explore. There was like a faction system. There was a law system where you could essentially be put into prison, and people would they would go on like essentially a jury where they could try you for your crimes and everything. Like, it was so much fun. This is arguably one of the best MMOs of its time, of its respective time. And then they released ArcheAge Unchained. I think that's what it was called, which was a terrible abomination. This game got so pay to win, everyone ultimately ended up hating it eventually, which was a shame because it was a very good game. A lot of content creator friends of mine, like one of my content creator friends, Cry, loved this game to death. Like, it was just one of his favorite MMOs. And then they eventually shut the game down, and there was a lot of drama concerning it. And then they announced ArcheAge Chronicles, which was supposed to be like a new ArcheAge, like a sequel to the OG ArcheAge that people wanted. And then they decided, oh, you know what? We're actually going to pivot to something a little different. This is no longer going to be an MMO. This is instead going to be like a large-scale open-world, semi-multiplayer online RPG. So something a little bit more like, I don't know, Crimson Desert, let's say. And then that has been a development for multiple years. That got repeatedly delayed time and time again. I don't even know when it's coming anymore. Nobody knows when it's coming now. Then, today, as of just a couple hours ago, South Korean duo XL Games, the developer of all the ArcheAge games, and Kakao Games, this is discluding, by the way, the crappy ArcheAge mobile games, which were genuinely terrible, announced a partnership on the new MMO titled ArcheAge S, Strait of Freedom. So this, to me, like, immediately sounds like a mobile game. But from what I could see here, targeting a 2027 release on PC. It is apparently not a mobile game. This is actually PC exclusive. This is going to be only available on PC. No mobile crossplay functionality, no console crossplay functionality at all. This is very much so like the OG ArcheAge, Korean MMOs. Yes, Korean MMOs. I know. They don't really have a great track record when it comes to non-pay to win or decent stories or really anything outside of looking pretty and having fun combat. To clarify, this is a different game from ArcheAge Chronicles, which itself was originally titled ArcheAge 2, which is like the collection of ArcheAge games here is unbelievable. Like, let me Google it real quick. Let's see, there are 4 ArcheAge games so far. ArcheAge, the OG, ArcheAge War, which was a mobile MMO. We have ArcheAge Chronicles, ArcheAge S, Strait of Freedom. 4 ArcheAge games. None of them are popular. They just keep churning them out, dude. Oh my god, it's getting to a point where it's like Ragnarok. I know, I'm feeling that way a little bit. When XL Games and Kakao Games announced the title change, they also revealed that Chronicles would be quite different from the original ArcheAge, which was launched in Korea in 2013 and in Europe and North America in 2014. The game delivered a uniquely balanced formula that mixed PvP and PvE elements, as well as sandbox and theme park elements. It also allowed for large-scale combat, as well as small-scale fights. To this day, it's probably one of the most interesting MMOs ever made in terms of feature set, and it was only limited in its growth by the grinding labor system and the pay-to-win elements that were later introduced. Which is, yeah, that's what killed the game. Yo, I don't mean to interrupt the video, but I need to take a moment here to thank all my incredible patrons over on Patreon whose support continues to allow for me to do regular videos like this every single day on this channel. Thank y'all so much, including our YouTube channel members. You guys mean the world to me. So do you guys as viewers as well. Now, without further ado, let's continue. However, Chronicles, which is still technically slated for fourth quarter 2026. Oh, it's releasing in a couple months. Oh, I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will. Last we heard, as unlikely as that sounds, again, I'm sure, with all the delays, the years and years of delays, I'm sure they're like, yeah, we got this. We got this now. Have there even been any beta tests for ArcheAge Chronicles? Hold on. ArcheAge Chronicles beta test. Let's see. Public beta test has not been announced. They haven't even held a beta test yet. It's launching in the next couple months. Yeah, I don't quite know about that one. I don't quite know about that one, man. I don't mind if the MMO isn't truly open world. I don't love the weird pseudo lobby MMO lights. That's understandable. I know Life Perfect World International, but same here. Sanctuary server, Blade Master. That was me. At this point, they released Ragnarok as a joke. Yeah. It wants to be more of an MMO light, console first action adventure game with a focus on small scale online co-op. This inevitably disappointed many fans of the original ArcheAge, and that's understandable. ArcheAge S is essentially a response to those complaints and is billed as a true sequel, albeit modernized, probably with modernized payment monetization methods and a business model that more accurately depicts the current MMO gacha scene, the whole like online scene as a whole, which is a lot of microtransactions, potential gacha elements as well, that follows the core essence of the IP. At the forefront of this vision is project director Kim Kyung-tae. Kim Kyung-tae? Isn't that the guy that does Stellar Blade? Or am I thinking of someone else? Oh, I'm thinking of Kim Hyung-tae. No, this is a dude that did all the OG Arknight stuff. Who am I thinking of? The guy does Nikke and Stellar Blade. Someone else? Ah, okay. Battle Pass FOMO bullshit. I think the developers see the success of Where Winds Meet, and they're going more into this style of MMO. That's true. I did a video on how Where Winds Meet has actually changed the MMO genre. You all should check that out. Siwoo Lee, co-CEO of Kakao Games, said this in a statement. We believe ArcheAge S will deliver a fresh experience while faithfully carrying forward the core appeal that has made the ArcheAge IP beloved by players around the world for many years. We will work closely with XL Games to ensure the franchise's strength resonates with players worldwide and prepare for a successful global launch. I'm sure it'll be a successful global launch. I'm sure what is going to happen is this is going to be monetized out their ass. And I actually like Kakao Games. They did Guardian Tales. They've done multiple different gacha games that have all been very fun and that I've enjoyed thoroughly. And I've liked working with Kakao Games. So no shade here at Kakao. But ArcheAge, I believe, was so brokenly pay to win that there is no coming back from it. The only reason anyone was excited for ArcheAge Chronicles was because it was no longer going to be a pay to win predatory MMO. That's it. We're delighted to partner with Kakao Games, whose expertise in MMO publishing and live service operations has been well established. We're committed to faithfully preserving the identity of the original ArcheAge while delivering a new experience that meets the expectations of players around the world. There's no trailers, which is a bit worrying for a game that's supposed to be out next year. That said, we'll keep an eye. Yeah, so that's very concerning. No trailer, no test information. All we have is that it's going to be a PC release, is an MMO that, wait, hold on. XL Games announced ArcheAge S Strait of Freedom is a new PC-first MMO that plans to release sometime later this year. No, I believe it said they're releasing in 2027. I think ArcheAge Chronicles is releasing later this year, right? So, okay, hold on. So their title says scheduled to arrive in 2027. Their text here says releasing in 2026. Okay, so hear me out. No shade at Massively OP, but that's a big ass fuck up. People are gonna look at this and be like, the game is coming this year. And then when it doesn't, they're gonna criticize Kakao for, you know, delaying it or not releasing this year. So that's a big mess up. Did anyone point this out? No, Really, no one pointed that out. Nobody pointed that out. InVen mentions it. WCCF Tech mentions it. Nobody pointed that out to them. Someone might want to, because this is some misinformation. This is right here is misinformation. Woohoo! This year. No, not this year. Not this year. If Massively OP are watching the VOD that's uploaded to YouTube, or if anyone here has a Massively OP account, just go there, let them know, because you know this is not a good look to have for a new MMO announcement. But that's it. That's the new ArcheAge game. ArcheAge S Strait of Freedom. Wow. It doesn't even have like any actual imagery either, other than like this dog. The dog, that's it. That's kind of wild. Huh. I'm excited though. I admittedly, I did enjoy ArcheAge. I really liked ArcheAge. I thought ArcheAge was a very fun game. I thought it was very pay to win. 100% was ArcheAge a very pay to win game. But at the same time, ArcheAge offered something at the time that no other MMO did. And that just hasn't been replicated since. Not at all. So I'm looking forward to it. If they can bring back what made ArcheAge great and just, you know, interpret it differently now and release it in a way that isn't objectively horrible and pay to win, then awesome. That's great news. But I don't know if they're going to be able to do it. I genuinely don't know if they're going to be able to do it. And if they do it, if they do bring it back, and it is, you know, even relatively successful, what is going to stop them from implementing that same predatory bullshit again? Because you know they will. Once a game is successful again, they'll just do what they did the first time and screw everyone over. Evidently, there is a potential for this game to be really good. But at the same time, there's also potential for it to be really, really bad. Like, equally as bad as ArcheAge was when they shut it down, as predatory as it was when they shut it down. So I don't know, I'm hoping for the best, but I'm also expecting the worst, which I feel like is how you should tackle every single MMORPG these days. It's kind of sad that we're in that state, but at the same time, what can you do? I know you think that you just hit the end of the video, and technically, yeah, you have. And I know your first reaction is to close out of it at this juncture, but don't. No, instead, I urge you to take a moment here and click one of the videos on screen that are coming up in just a moment so you remain up to date with everything going on in the gacha genre. Trust me, you're not going to regret doing so. Stay flaccid.